Van Gogh's art is coming to life next year in San Francisco. Joining me now is the producer of the Immersive exhibit, Corey Ross. Corey, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Glenn, great to see you. Thanks for having us on this morning.
Absolutely. First, can you tell us a little about the exhibit called Immersive Van Gogh?
Sure. So if you've seen Emily in Paris, I have to always start with Emily in Paris because episode 5 of Emily in Paris is shot inside of an immersive exhibition of Van Gogh in Paris at Atelier de Lumière that was created by Massimiliano Siccardi, who is our creative genius. And so what it is you wander into a venue and Massimiliano incorporates the architecture, the floor, the walls, every surface, columns, every surface is illuminated and projected upon with projections of Van Gogh's art, and it's all animated. So you're seeing the art massive on a scale that you've never seen before and moving in ways that you've never seen before. It's all choreographed to music, and it really is extraordinary. It kind of sits at the nexus of filmmaking and art exhibition, and it's just a completely new way of seeing these pieces.
And what other details can you give us that makes the digital art experience different than other exhibits we might go to?
Well, obviously it's completely different. You're not seeing the pieces in person. What you're seeing is the pieces, first of all, expanded on this large scale. So if what you're interested in, for instance, is Van Gogh's technique, now you're going to see brush strokes massive in a way that you've never seen them before, speckles, the movement of the brush and the technique as to how he did it. You couldn't go into a museum and see that. Even if you could get close enough to the piece to see that, you'd be arrested and taken away. But now you see it on a large scale. But that's just the beginning of it. Then the art is really deconstructed. It's animated. Pieces appear, they disappear, they fade, they morph one to the other. And it really becomes this sort of stream of consciousness that tries to get inside of Van Gogh's mind and his psychology. And with the music, it becomes quite emotional and moving. It's a complete departure from how you've likely seen art in the past. And it really is just fabulous.
And which of Van Gogh's works can visitors see come to life as you described it just now?
Well, we've licensed 400 images of Van Gogh's art from museums around the world. So really, it's an omnibus. You're going to see all the pieces that you've ever heard of in other pieces. So Potato Eaters and Starry Night, of course, and Sunflowers. But it's not necessarily about seeing all the pieces as much as seeing how the pieces are reinterpreted, how they match up with the architecture in the venue. And in our case, we've got the original Fillmore in San Francisco, which is really exciting because that's the spot where everyone in San Francisco, I'm sure, knows, but that's where the Grateful Dead had their original performances in San Francisco. And that's the spot where Bill Graham premiered the liquid light show idea, which was projection with music. So we're doing this, 40, 50 years later, on a much more high-tech and grand scale. But this place that we've taken, the SVN West, which is the original Fillmore, was the heart of where all this kind of combination of music and images began. So we're very excited.
And as people enter the world of Van Gogh, we're in a different world right now. What COVID-19 precautions are being put in place to keep people safe?
Well, we started this show originally in Toronto, which is where I'm based. Our plan was to open in May because of COVID. We got delayed till July, but we've been open since July 1st in Toronto. We've had over 200,000 people come through, everybody safely. So it's a little bit mind-boggling, but here's how we do it. First of all, we did some research and we understand that Van Gogh loved the shape of a circle. So we've incorporated circles into our projection on the floor so that you can create social distancing circles. The public comes in, you find a circle. When the next one beside you empties, you move. So you move through the show, but socially distant from everyone. Secondly, we control the capacity, so we never have overcrowding. We're able to allow people to keep apart. And third, masks. And that's the main way that we did it. So step by step, in small groups, we've had over 200,000 people safely come through the exhibit. And that's what we're going to do in San Francisco as well.
And where and when can people see the exhibit, and how can folks get tickets, Corey?
Okay, so tickets are at vangoghsf.com, and we're going to begin the show on the 18th of March, as I said, at SVN West, which is the original Fillmore. But tickets are on sale now, as are gift cards. It makes a fabulous holiday gift.
You describe a wonderful experience, and I look forward to checking it out myself. Corey Ross with Immersive Van Gogh, thank you.
Thank you.